G'day there, Cigarboxgeetar fans. It's Gazza here. I had some requests for some of the subscribers to do a tutorial on a tune that I played recently called Raw CBG Rock. That tune is loosely based on ZZ Top's well-known song LaGrange. Given that I've only got a 3-string guitar, I can't really copy that perfectly, but I've come up with something that's somewhat similar and has the same kind of high energy as that wonderful song. It's a Texas rock style song, so it's really high energy with a really strong beat. I absolutely love playing it. Now, to get us started, the first thing we're going to do is tune up the guitar. Now, this was a 4-string Cigarboxgeetar, but I prefer to play it with 3 strings on it. So it's not quite in tune at the moment, but we'll tune up together in a moment or two. So I've just put 3 strings on it. I have got it tuned to A, E, A, which is a little bit higher in tuning than what I normally would tune a guitar to. I probably would normally tune it to G, D, G, and you might be accustomed to doing that too. The reason I tune it to A, E, A, which is 1 step higher than G, D, G, is that it suits my voice if I feel like singing. That's the key that I seem to be able to sing pretty well in. Key of E and key of B suit me pretty well, but not many other bands or guitarists use those keys. Anyway, that's the prime reason, but the other reason is that it's got a really high energy sound. The more you tune it down, if you tune it down to G, D, G, it's still high energy, but just not quite as punchy. So I've got my guitar tuner here. It's a tuner on my phone. I think it's called Pro Guitar Tuner. You can download that free from on your phone app. So the first string is going to be A. I'm a little bit low. It's looking pretty good. E. It's a bit low. I think that's got it. And A again. That's low too. I think that's pretty much nailed it. So we're in tune. Now, I'm running my guitar through a guitar amp which is called a Cool Music BP40D Street Pro. It's a twin channel amp. It's designed primarily for acoustic guitars. I've got a little bit of delay running on that, Otherwise, all of the other dials are pretty much set to 12 o'clock. You know, they're in the middle. You could put a little bit of reverb into it if you want to, but I haven't done that. I'll also include a photograph of the guitar amp for you. And I'm running a pedal. And the pedal is a Joyo Vintage Overdrive pedal. The settings, once again, are pretty much 12 o'clock with the volume turned down a little bit. It gives me a nice sort of high overdrive, slightly raspy effect, which sounds really good for this tune. Okie dokie then, just going to have a sip of my coffee and then we'll get into it. Okay, now, firstly, I'm not using a guitar pick. I'm just using my fingers, primarily my thumb and my index finger. Occasionally, you know, second finger gets involved, but more by accident than by design. Okay, I'm using a copper guitar slide that I made. It's about 70 mils long. It covers the neck pretty nicely. It's a good diameter to fit on my finger. When I play the guitar in the flat position, such as that, I usually put that on my middle finger there. But when I'm playing it upright in the conventional position, I put it on my pinky. Hold it like that. Rightio. So, with this kind of Texas rock tune, it's nice to come up with some sort of an intro to it. I haven't really worked hard on the intro. I just did something off the cuff on that recording that I did, and it sounded okay, but you might like to experiment with your own intro. But I think it's good to put some sort of an intro into it. So the intro I played on that video clip was something like this. So just using my index finger to strum that. The first note or first chord, if you like, is played on the 3rd fret. So it goes in a progression from the 3rd through the 5th to the 7th. Back to the 5th, back to the 3rd, and then up to the 12th. Alright, I like to put a lot of vibrato into my playing. That's just my style of playing. You can either choose to do that in varying amounts of vibrato or just leave it out. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so for the next part of the tune, we're really going to get into it, and because it's Texas rock, Texas style rock, I'm trying to get in almost like a bit of a horse riding, a bit of a galloping style of strumming. I've never actually sat down and looked at what I actually do, but I'll try and explore that with you now and find out for myself. It's more of just a feeling type thing where I get pretty loose. Let's see how we go. I'll try and demonstrate it to you. So I'll try and demonstrate this kind of a galloping style of strumming to you, and I'll start off at normal speed and then I'll slow it down so you can see what I'm doing. That's all playing around the 3rd fret and the 5th fret and open, open. Okay, so looking at that strumming technique a bit more closely, breaking that down. To start with, I'm hitting the top string and the middle string. Mostly hitting the top string, but just glancing the middle string and then muting it with my finger after I've hit it. So it's like... And when I come back down, I'm hitting all 3 strings. So it's... That's playing in open to start with, open strings, and then going through the 3rd and 5th frets. And for the next phase of the song, we start on the 5th fret, we move up to the 8th, and then the 10th, and then back to the 5th. So just practice that for a while, because it might take a bit of time to get that, especially that kind of galloping rhythm technique. There are a couple other parts to that tune which I'll go through now, explain that to you. So there's another variation I use, which is part of the tune, which if you watch the previous video that I did on that tune, you'll see that I do this kind of a technique. Sounds really good to me. I really love that sound, but it's just really sliding backwards and forwards around that 3rd fret, sliding up to it and backwards and forwards. So it's practice that for a while, you'll pick that up. I think that sounds really cool. And so for the next part of the tune, after you got used to doing those few techniques, it's kind of like, I don't know, I guess you'd call it the chorus or something like that, where I can't do it exactly the same way that ZZ Tops play it, but what I do is I slide from the 10th fret up to the 12th fret on the middle string, and then on the 12th fret I hit the 1st string, so it's sliding from the 10th to the 12th, back down to the 10th, 5, 3, again. So that's the point. If you look back at my previous video when I did this tune, that will show you the structure of all of these techniques. What I'm really doing today is breaking down the techniques of each part for you, to try and demonstrate the whole song and go back over it. Probably take me a week, but if you put these techniques together and play that, replay that video, you can put the puzzle together. I don't think there's anything else that I can really add to that, other than just keep practicing it and just enjoy playing it. Probably the hardest thing to do would be picking up that sort of little galloping horse technique.